Okay, so welcome to HD Entertainment Group. This is the Obi-Wan review for episodes 1 and 2 for the only season it has.
I am lost. And yet, I can feel his presence. So close, so close. I can see him in my mind's eye. Kenobi. Kenobi!
Yes, this is how we feel about the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. We are absolutely loving it. This is my girl Danielle, also known as Beanie Moon on
Hello.
Twitch. Yes.
Yeah, it's real life me. Wow, that's crazy. You
I know,
totally haven't
right?
seen me on his Twitch. Follow.
Yeah, if you saw her on my Twitch, she's not real. She's not real. This is just her VTuber model. I know.
I'm not real.
It looks so realistic.
This is actually a really customized 3D model.
Yeah?
It's kind of like, you don't know her, but code, like, Miko or whatever. Very realistic.
Shit.
Yeah, really.
Look at that.
Yeah, you can see the pores. You could...
I can't even.
Very realistic.
I don't. She's not even real. I can't even I can't touch anything.
Um,
That's crazy.
Like, how
now, I'm gonna try a little behind the scenes. I'm gonna try to color correct the shit out of this. But if we look like we're in two different realms, despite being in the same room, that's because my camera's kind of stupid. So please forgive the lack of I guess continuity, if you want to call it.
it's fine. It's fine. It's a little,
Continuity,
people
but-
like a little brokenness.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
natural.
You know,
more
yeah,
human.
it does make it more real. I
Yeah.
agree with you. But forget about all our technical difficulties. This is about Kenobi, as Darth Maul has said.
Kenobi.
And this is our review of episode 1 and 2, our spoiler review. So we
Spoiler
have-
alert, insert that sound effect that you really love.
Oh, yes, the little spoiler thing I
You know
found
that
for Halo.
one? I'm waiting for it. It's like,
I'm not going to lie, I kind of took that hint from IGN because every time they do that, they do some kind of clip from the show.
so he's gonna insert that in.
So I'm going to insert that in. But if you haven't seen Obi-Wan Kenobi, episode 1 and 2, this is a spoiler review, so you can't cry about it. So leave now or forever hold your peace. Okay. First of all, I freaking love it, D4. Oh my god.
I did too.
Like, listen, I already knew I was going to love this show. But the fact they start off with like the master and the little younglings doing the peaceful thing. and then the clone just bursts in and starts firing. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
okay.
I was like, where is this going? I was like, wait, what's happening? Why are they showing younglings? Isn't this supposed to be like
yeah.
Obi-Wan in the
his
freaking
journey?
desert, you know?
Oh my, and they just come in guns a-blazing. And that's something, like, I remember if you guys played Star Wars Episode 3 video game for the PlayStation 2 that came out literally before the movie came out, that spoiled the whole story mode. Literally, the whole story spoiled. Like, when you go through killing, like, you kill the librarian, and, like, you bring her up in the air and you stab her through with Anakin, and he just tosses her aside. It's kind of like that. Like, literally, you see all the clones killing the Jedi in there, and I'm like, bro, the special effects look amazing.
Yeah, I like how you can see Order 66 in like different ways in each of the shows. I find that, well, it's kind of morbid, but it's really cool. Like
I
how
know, right?
each show like shows Order 66 from a different person's
Yeah.
perspective. That was really cool.
I know, right? Because we've seen it obviously from the movie
Yeah.
perspective, with Obi-Wan getting shot down, all the main Jedi. Then you play Jedi Fallen Order, and you see spoilers for that game. You see Cal Kestis go through that order. Then you see Ahsoka's version of it on the Destroyer. So I'm loving how they show all these different perspectives of Order 66. It still hits the same as every time it happens.
It's exactly the same, but oh my god.
But bro,
It always hits each time.
I know, right? Oh my god. And the music, it's fantastic. So we're going to try to keep in order of how the show are, but like we're not robots, so we might be jumping from back and forth. So
Yeah, he has the better memory, so he'll guide it.
So forgive us for that. But after that, we see our boy Obi-Wan in the desert,
Looking fresh as usual.
I don't know how you
Even
stay
being
that
a
fresh.
hobo, he looks fresh.
I know, right? Like he literally has someone doing his hair, like maybe one of the robots that does his hair.
Maybe, because obviously he's like putting oil in there.
Yeah.
He's putting like, my
He's
god.
looking really clean. I mean, like, because if you see Obi-Wan now and Alec Guinness is Obi-Wan in episode 4, and Bail Organa and Mon Mothma, he looks completely different. Like, he looks like he aged like 50 years.
Yeah, now he's gotten younger.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
It's called movie magic, but it's also called they casted an older gentleman at the time and they didn't know what they were doing.
Hey, don't say that. Don't break the immersion.
I'm sorry,
don't break the immersion.
No, never mind. No,
Ooh.
the Sons did that to him. Sorry, the Sons did that to
Yeah,
him.
that's not canon. Don't say that.
Yeah, sorry, Disney, don't kill me. It's canon, okay? So yeah, he's on the planet. I'm trying to remember what happens first. I think we see the Inquisitors come out first, right? I think the ship flies out first.
Yes, I think the Inquisitors come first.
Yeah, because the Inquisitors fly down. If you don't know what the Inquisitors are like, they're Jedi hunters who are former Jedi. So they're coming on this planet. They're just being straight assholes. And
Whoa. First of all, can we talk about that one Inquisitor?
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So me and Beans, we watch everything, right? We watch Clone Wars, Rebels, we watch everything. These Inquisitors started off in Rebels. Now, when we saw the trailer for the Grand Inquisitor, he looked jank because
real jank.
He looked jank because first of all, the Grand Inquisitor we've seen Rebels. For one, he's thin. in this Kenobi show, I don't know whether it's the clothes. He's a thick man.
Hey, no problem with that, but it's just like...
No problem with that, but like you could have got a thinner gentleman to do it. And also his head is longer in the animation. Now people are like, it's live action, it's not going to be the same thing.
Yeah, and I think the makeup was done a little dirty.
Yeah, the makeup was done
dirty.
a little dirty. And if you go to episode 3, when Obi-Wan goes to Utapau before he fights General Grievous, there is literally that same species that looks like the Inquisitor and a lot more scarier.
Yeah.
He exists. So,
I know with how good their CGI is and everything, I'm kind of surprised they couldn't have done it a little bit better.
They could have done a lot better with
Yeah,
that thing. But you know what?
better.
Actually seeing him moving around and stuff, he wasn't that...
Yeah, it was really not as bad as the trailer
bad.
made it look, to be honest.
Yeah, the trailer made it look terrible.
Yeah.
But the one we really didn't like... I think he's called the Fifth Brother. I can't remember. He's the giant, palish green alien in Rebels that shows up after the Grand Inquisitor dies in season 2. They casted the I can't remember his name. The guy who was in Fast and Furious and Tokyo Drift. The Asian guy. I can't remember his name. They casted him as the alien. Now I have no problem with diversity. I love diversity. But when it comes to aliens in Star Wars, it's a little bit of a problem because, for one, that alien in Star Wars is not Asian, and this guy's clearly Asian. No, nothing wrong about that.
I don't think it's because he's Asian. I just think the makeup was done horribly.
The makeup is
really
also
done
horribly
on him.
Yeah, and also if you know that actor, he is a shorter, slimmer gentleman.
Yeah.
This Inquisitor is supposed to be hulking, like he's supposed to be bigger than most of his people.
Yeah.
And he's smaller than the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah, it was not about like how he really looked. It was more about like his height. I don't really care about like
the face I could have been fine with. Yeah, if he was taller,
because everyone has different faces. It's hard to get like an accurate face,
like an alien face. That's
you
true.
should at least get someone who's taller and do the makeup way better. I feel like I would excuse the shortness and everything if he was.
He had better makeup on.
Yeah, better makeup.
I guess so. Yeah, because the makeup he did not look. He looked like someone trying to cosplay as that Inquisitor. He did not look like the Inquisitor. Bad. But you know what? Like the story's not about him, so I'm like,
we're way too focused on it.
Yeah, I'm like, that's all right, fine. Reva, I love her already. She's such a tryhard, but
yeah,
her instincts are on point. Like,
we always have to have that one aggressive person.
Aggressive person, always. And she just like She's like, so they go into the like this tavern on Tatooine, and they're like, the Grand Inquisitor is giving the whole speech about how patience is how to catch a Jedi and shit, and they throw a knife at the poor bartender, and this poor Jedi. Poor instincts, by the way. I'm sorry. I love Jedi, and I know they want to help people. But in this scenario, you let that man die. I'm sorry. If I'm a Jedi, I'm letting that man die.
I like to think his body actually moved more than his own mind. Just to excuse it.
You know what? I would think so. His instincts came into play. I want to just say,
like, it's his body.
Because he clearly didn't think that out. Because literally, as soon as they said, "Oh, there he is," he had no plan of escape.
I mean, man looked like so terrified. So I think his body literally went like this, and he's like, "Oh,
he's like, screw off." Shit. He's like, what did I do that? All right, well, the jig is up. So literally, like they were about to capture and torture him, but then Reva, like, she's gonna kill him. But then the Grand Inquisitor's like, no, stop. We're gonna interrogate him because for you who don't know the lore, a lot of these guys are former Jedi, but also they catch other one like Trilla in the video game. They caught her and then tortured her, and then she became an Inquisitor. The one that you faced in Fallen Order, the last one. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So they probably were they wanted to do that with that guy, but Rebel was like, no, I'm just gonna straight up kill him. And
she like straight up hanged him, not by the neck, because it's still Disney.
It's still Disney. It's Star Wars. They're like, it's still gotta keep it kind of PG for the children, even though it's pretty much a hanging. So,
it was like a hang, because they literally just showed his legs dangling at first. So I'm like, are they really gonna show this man like hang
with the neck? But no, they just have him like on some kind of wires. He's clearly dead, but he's not hanged. But I mean, it's supposed
he's still dead either way. So whatever.
Yeah, but we're skipping ahead because that's later. So they let him escape, and Rev was going on about like, we're trying to. She's like, this is small fish. We really want Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
And Grazzy Chris was like, listen, we're just out here just hunting Jedi, whatever, man. We stop focusing on this one Jedi.
He's dead.
He's dead. And then we cut to our boy, freaking he's chilling in like this nice cave with like this robot. I guess like an astromech type of thing looking.
The cute little thing popping up.
Yeah. I was I'm actually enjoying that he's in the cave, like chilling.
It looks like a cool place. He's kind of living like a lizard. Yeah. Nice in the...
Obi-Wan the lizard? Oh, no. I'm just gonna... People might meet.
I forgot. Do lizards, like, bask in the shade, or do they stay on top of the rocks? I forgot.
I think they stay on top of the rocks. I feel like that's their instinct.
I don't know. Whichever, like, desert animals, like, bask in the, like, shade of the rocks.
Yeah.
He was, like...
He's just chilling there. Like, he's working at this, like, I guess meat grinder shop, which... I don't know what animal they killed, but he was grinding that same meat for, like... days.
And we don't know like how many days before he was doing this routine, because he was like feeding the animals.
Yeah.
So obviously they had to put in a long time.
Yeah, it looks like he's had some kind of routine, so it looks like he's been doing this for a little bit, because he keeps doing that same process. He steals a little bit of the meat, gives it to his like I don't know what animal creature that's called.
Some
like his
camel thing.
Yeah, his camel whatever thing, and then he keeps doing that, and so like he's in a little like routine. Mm-hmm. And then again, we're probably not saying this order because I can't remember exactly the order because it's fresh out of our memory. Fine. But he takes some of the like, so there's a dickhead who works, I guess, one of the managerial thing. He like bullies one of the other workers, and then Obi-Wan just looks at him. He's like, "What? You got something to say?" And Obi-Wan just looks at him. He's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Don't get attention, man.
His Jedi instance was like, nah, that's okay.
See, he could actually control.
I know, right? He could.
Well, it's not like he was gonna murder the guy, so.
That's true, but he probably would be like, "Hey, nah, give him back his shit." But like, he was like, "Nah, it's fine. I'm hiding right now. Like that shit's in the past." So like, clearly he's like a defeated Obi-Wan for good reason. Because if you know Obi-Wan, like he had a tough life, man. Like he lost his love, he lost his master, his apprentice killed younglings. Like. He's deserved a little bit of a retirement. God. This poor
One of the saddest dudes in like the show.
I know, right?
For this series.
So I was like, you know what? That's fine. So like he's just watching over Luke, and Luke is running around his farm. He's like pretending that he's flying a plane, and so he buys him like this little I guess spaceship toy.
Yeah.
Which if you didn't know this, that's the same toy he was playing with in episode 4 when he was cleaning R2 and C-3PO.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Huh. So clearly they might.
Memory.
Yeah, I know, right? Clearly they were fixing that shit up and stuff. But I actually enjoyed it. What do you thought about that scene with seeing little boy, 10-year-old?
That was adorable. Yeah. Oh my god, he's just running around. Man, I can't believe he's just like watching it from afar, like.
Yeah, he's just like, my apprentice's son.
It's like, please don't grow up like your dad.
I know, right?
Oh, Jesus.
He's like, please just have a loving life and oh, God, please make everything worth it because I swear if you're not the chosen one, my whole life was for nothing.
Can you imagine? You get Darth Vader mini.
I mean, they were this close a few times in Return of the Jedi and stuff. He thought about it. He was like, the Emperor's like, come on, just kill me. Just take your father's place.
Palpatine loves little boys.
And you, young Skywalker, we will watch your career with great interest.
That's just how it is.
I will watch your career with great interest. Palpatine does like the youth, to manipulate and poison their minds.
They're the easiest to manipulate, yeah.
But talking about the youth, we saw 10-year-old Leia
Oh my gosh. What an adorable little sassy girl.
Yes, she's literally
sassy.
like if we saw Padme's childhood, I would assume this is pretty much how Padme's
absolutely.
childhood would have been. I mean, I already love Leia. Like, I love Carrie Fisher. I love Leia. But damn, this made me love Leia even more. She's wise beyond a 10-year-old's age.
I know. She sounds like a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Actually, she's smarter than most 20-year-olds. Like, I'm 19 and she's smarter than me. Well, except for that scene later on where I don't find her as smart.
She has her moments where I'm like, yeah, okay, she's 10.
But for the most part, she is smarter than me.
she's smarter than most people, and first of all, I gotta say, Alderaan looks amazing, because the only time we saw Alderaan was that quick shot is when Obi-Wan delivers the baby to Bail and in episode 3, and you see a quick shot of it, but you don't really see it, and it obviously gets blown up, but you're like, nobody had attachments to Alderaan. It's like, oh, a planet blew up, I guess Leia Lisa lived there. Yeah, it's like, whatever.
But my gosh, that planet is pristine and white. That hurt my eyes.
Daniel literally said, man, it's so white it hurts. It was so
almost
nice.
as white as how bright this lighting was.
Yeah, forgive me, because I literally had to, like, I'm gonna fix this in post. I really hope I can fix it in post, but it's gonna be difficult.
You'll see.
Yeah, it's been a while since I did a podcast, so this will be the rougher one. It will get better, I hope, as it goes along. But that's fine. But yeah, the planet was great. I love her little droid. I forgot the name of the droid.
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
Oh my gosh,
what the heck? She said it like multiple times.
I can't remember. It's like a
memory.
I call it like a.
I don't know, just call it Ladybug.
Yeah, like a Ladybug.
Just call
droid.
it Ladybug.
It's so adorable. But just seeing her run around in the element, you hear the senators talk about, like, Bail's trying to talk about how the Senate's trying to do good, and this man's like, we're getting money, slavery. I'm not here for your... Oh
no, the guy was like, ooh.
I was like, yep, that's the Imperial Senate. Like, Palpatine's technically the main bad guy, but it's really the people of the galaxy that really are the ones who suck.
I mean, yeah, this is how this man got into power. I mean, we know how he really got into power.
Misa give executive powers to the Supreme Chancellor.
There were so many mistakes in Star Wars that led to so many things, but hey, that's what made the adventure.
Hey, look, that's why Palpatine's the greatest man at chess. But
man plays chess against his own self.
He's like, checkmate. Oh no, wait.
He checkmates his own self. Literally, he's his worst competition.
Bro, in fact, he's so good at chess, sometimes he plays the Separatists and the Republic side so well that he's like, damn it, I meant for us to win, but I played it too well. Like, literally, if you watch the Clone Wars, it's like, he loses so many times, but he's still winning at the same time. It's so weird. But I love seeing the dynamic of the Senate, the small hint of the Senate.
Yeah.
The Senate in there.
The
taste of the Senate. Her cousin, Leia's cousin, is also a big dick. Like,
what a little prick.
He's a little prick, but I love how she, like, it's so subtle, but she uses the Force to instinctively feel his fear, and then she just roasts that man.
I didn't even notice that the first time when you pointed out. I was like, oh, that's what she was doing.
Yeah, like, she, like, clearly, because, like, they don't overshow the Force with them moving objects, but, like, even the I don't know what the little actress's name is, but, like, even the change in her, like, her look of, like, tuning into the Force and then feeling his fear.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you really just wanted to be like your father because you make that thing that everyone's going to be afraid of you, but you're really just a scared little boy. And I'm like, oh.
I mean, she's spitting nothing but facts. That's how it is sometimes with, like, those rich privileged kids.
I know, right? Exactly.
They're like, oh, yeah, look at me. I'm so big. And it's like, okay, daddy did everything for
I know,
you.
right? And also, if you know anything about me and Daniel here, we love droids. In fact, our channel is called D4 because our nicknames is RDD, and 2Ds plus 2Ds equals 4D, so R5D4. That's the short term, but we love droids. So when she said, when the kid was like, you're nice to your droids, and she's like, it's called manners, and she's like, why are you nice to your droids? She's like, I like my droid. I'm like, oh, she loves droids. I love her already.
Sometimes I say thank you to Alexa, so I'm already starting the good manners.
At least your Alexa won't turn up and like, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, and just in case she decides to turn against me.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sometimes I say thank you.
She's like, thank you. So, like, and then Bail Organa's like, you gotta apologize. And she's like, I already got eaten by some weird Star Wars creature. And then I was like, damn. And then we do get mention of Purgil, the space whales in Rebels. Yeah, because Bail said he wanted to do something and, like, fly with space Pergul. I'm like, space whales mentioned. I like it.
He wants to get high with the space whales. Just
If
like
you watch
Ezra.
Rebels, you know what that means.
Watch Rebels. It is underrated as hell.
It
Please
is.
watch it. It's so good.
It
And
is.
don't say the main character's annoying, because every teenager is angsty. Shush.
Exactly. Think about your teenage years. You were hella annoying. Stop lying.
I was angsty.
But Rebels is a fantastic show. So that was a nice little teaser. So then I think we jump back to Tatooine, and the Jedi finds Obi-Wan, and the Jedi's like, bro, you need to help me, bro. Like, the Inquisitors are on my ass. Like, you're Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm Ben.
I know Obi-Wan.
And
Obi-Wan.
I'm like, first of all, Obi-Wan, if he's a Jedi, you're like one of the most famous Jedi who ever lived. You have,
Bro, he looks so iconic.
exactly. Like, literally, you're the first person to beat a Sith in 1,000 years. Like, they know who you look like. So he's like,
Yeah.
no, you're Obi-Wan.
Man didn't change his like hairstyle or anything. It's the same.
Literally, the same
nice
beard.
same nice
he didn't
hair.
even shave his head, nothing. He's like, I'm just gonna. He didn't even change his last name. It's Ben Kenobi.
Yeah, like you could at least change your last name, man.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, Kenobi? How many people in the galaxy have Kenobi?
It's a pretty unique name.
Yeah, it's like Skywalker. It's like you didn't change Luke's name to like Lars. You chose Luke Skywalker. Like literally, if anyone dug hard enough, they would have found Luke in like 2 seconds.
I know, right? Yeah, that's Luke Skywalker.
Like,
Who Skywalker? Who? Where did I
only
hear
know
that
one
from?
family name with Skywalker in it. I'm like,
Because
okay.
there's a lot of Skywalkers. Like, you know, you meet Bob Skywalker
I know,
at your
right?
job.
Janet Skywalker. You know,
Yeah.
they're just out there chilling.
So many people with Kenobi as their last name. If you know someone with Kenobi as their last name, please mention it, because I doubt it.
Yeah, I like literally that doesn't
Please.
exist. But the Jedi find him. He's like, "Nah, I can't help you." He's like, "Please, you gotta help me." He's like, "No, you listen. How we survive? We just hide, live normal lives, and forget about it. We lost the war. We didn't win." And the man's like, "Fine." So
Fine, I guess I'll go get hanged.
yeah, he's like, I'll just go get hanged. And I'm like, oh great. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna die. At first, I thought he was gonna get captured and like rat out where Obi-Wan was.
Yeah, me too.
Because when Obi-Wan left, he looked very upset. So I was like, oh, he might.
Well, good on him for not completely ratting,
He
you
didn't
know?
rat. He took the L like a true Jedi. He got.
I don't know. He might have rat something, but he didn't rat him,
Yeah, he
so
didn't
that's
rat
nice.
him. Which, speaking of that whole interrogation scene of when Obi-Wan's feeding his little thing, and then Lars comes to talk to him and throws the toy on the ground. He's like, "We don't need your toy. We don't need your help." And Obi-Wan's like, "It's a toy, man. Like, let him just."
Bro,
get
he paid
toy."
a lot of money for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like his life wages, and the man's like, "No, we don't need your help. Like, stay with him." And then, of course, the meme that's been going on the internet. He's like, "He must be trained." He's like, "How you trained his father?" And I'm like, "You don't have to do him like that," but that's okay.
Yeah, that was a low blow, man. He's
Yeah.
been through so much, and you just put the salt right into
the
rub
wound,
it in.
just right in there. So
Ooh.
I'm like, all right, well,
Man
thanks,
still has
bud.
nightmares about it.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Yes, they had a good scene. I don't know whether it's after the interrogation scene or before. I can't remember. My mind's a little fuzzy. We just watched it.
I swear it was before,
It
but
was
I'm
before
not
the
sure.
interrogation, right? Yeah. So we're prequel levels out here. I'm obviously, I will age myself right now. I'm 26, so obviously I grew up with the prequels. There are my movies. The fact that first of all, the recap, the fact that they had all the prequel stuff.
Yeah, that was a nice recap.
That was a nice recap. And then when he had the dream sequences and you just seen everything that's happened so far, I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, so I enjoyed that. And then obviously when the interrogation happened and Reva is just coming in and she just like, the lady that talks back to her, she just goes zoom, and chops off her
Girl
hand.
boss.
I said, oh my god. And then she looks at Owen and she's like, you know something, don't you? I'm like, bro, her instinct is on
I
point.
know, it's so good.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, literally, if it wasn't for the other Inquisitors kind of being dummies, she probably would have found him and Luke at one fell
like
swoop.
right when she was always right there.
Yeah.
Like they're like, "What are you doing?"
This is not the way. I'm like, aren't you Inquisitors?
Like your name is Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what that means? Like, show the definition of Inquisitor.
Exactly. like she's actually doing her job. So I'm like, thank God they're there, kind of being the hand that's saying they can't be revealed.
Yeah,
'cause it's
thank
not
God
their
for
destiny.
stupid villins in Star
Yeah.
Wars, because this would be a lot different.
God, I was like, okay, well, that's great. So obviously, you know, they didn't. They had to leave because the fifth brother, I think what his name is, I can't remember his real Jedi name, but he's like, you can't be doing this. And she's like, I'll do whatever I want.
I love how they're like, you can't be doing this. And then it's like, well, ignore the other stuff we were doing. That's totally not,
It's not illegal or evil or none of
no,
that.
yeah, no,
Well,
it's
I was
fine.
like, no, let her do it. Like, her instincts are on point. But they didn't let her do it. So then, we go back to Leia, adorable little Leia, and they tell her to apologize. She says, hell no, I'm not apologizing.
Which, fair.
Yeah, fair. Her cousin's a dick. And then she runs into the woods, and then she meets, what did you call him?
He looks like, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He looked like Jeffrey Epstein or something. Like,
I'll have a picture of you so you guys
maybe you can do like a side-by-side.
Yeah, of him, yeah.
Kind of looks similar.
That guy looks such a creeper. He's like, I'm here for you, princess. And then the way he walks forward to him, like, oh, no.
Like, the way he was dressed, he looked like those old man pimp people.
Yeah, I'm like,
oh.
oh my god. So they literally chasing this 9-year-old through the forest.
And they were struggling.
I mean, she literally has stubby little tiny baby legs.
And they're like, oop, trip.
Literally, they're tripping over themselves. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cartoonish. But, I mean, I don't know why you have to do all that, because we know she got captured anyways.
Yeah.
So, she got captured by the people, and me and Daniel were like, who the hell are these people? But now I was like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, maybe Reba probably hired them to thing, which, credit on her, the fact that she knew the exact right child to hire people to take, just because Obi-Wan once worked with Bail Organa. I mean, he could work with any senators back then, but Bail Organa, like, literally, Obi-Wan was not going to leave Tatooine, but it's Leia. So he's like, I guess I have to go.
Bro, they really did her dirty, putting her like, oh, you're just like this lowly inquisitor.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, she's bad bitch.
She's better than all of you. You all have no sense. Oh my god.
I was like, you know what? That's okay. So she gets captured, and then Bail comes to the planet. Wait, we skipped over the Jawa. The Jawa is absolutely adorable.
As usual. They're
always
cute.
We call them space raccoons. They just dig into people's trash. And then I love how he's like, if you're gonna steal my shit, at least clean it first.
I know. It's like, it costs more to clean it.
And I'm like, oh my god, that's a freaking Jawa. And the Jawa keeps saying that Obi-Wan stinks.
I wonder how they smell.
You know what? They probably smell like how raccoons would smell. And
I never smelled a raccoon.
I never smelled raccoons, so they probably smell like nothing.
I don't know. They probably smell like metal and salvage material.
They smell like thievery is what they smell.
I'm sure they smell dirty, because they always rummaging around in like these...
these weird, garbage parts in Tatooine. So I know they smell bad, but I mean, Obi-Wan didn't say anything.
So maybe like he smells so bad that even them are like, you smell.
He's like, dang.
Jeez.
He's like, Obi-Wan, you need some soap. I'm like, dang. The roast of Star Wars continues.
I mean, he could get his hair nice and his beard nice, so
but he
why can't he take
himself?
a shower?
I know, right? I'm like, he's like, priorities, man. But like, Bail basically tells him, like, bro, you have to, she's important just like Luke is. Like, you know how important she is. Like, you need to go and save her. And he's like, he's like, fine, I'll go.
Oh my god.
So he goes into the desert, finds him and Anakin's lightsabers, but he takes his lightsaber. Yeah. And he puts on the most, I don't know, like, regular people in Star Wars usually wear a lot of hoods and stuff. Mm-hmm. But the planet that he goes to, he couldn't look more like a Jedi.
Oh my gosh. Everyone's like wearing these kind of like disco, these punk outfits.
Yeah.
And this man's like,
he's like
let me put on my robe.
In a straight robe, which I'm like, okay, like, I mean, first of all, you look straight like
I
a
swear,
Jedi.
like, only, like, Jedis wear that exact brown color
color scheme. I'm like, literally, that's the only people in the galaxy that wear that shit.
Like, bro, please.
So I'm like, okay, no. But they go to this Las Vegas planet, which is awesome, which it literally says, no, transmissions or something?
No transmissions or whatever.
Yeah, which is the same thing, like, what happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas. So I'm like, this is pretty much Las Vegas in space. And, bro, when I heard Tamora Morrison's voice, the clone, and you see the helmet, and the clone's like, help a veteran, help.
Oh my god, that was so depressing.
And Obi-Wan's face is just like, it's like, is he gonna recognize me? And I guess the clone didn't, or either he didn't care at that point.
I think at that point, he's like, I don't care, and he's like, probably thinks Obi-Wan's dead anyway, so it's like, man, this is just a dude that probably looks like
him. He's like, I just want money to survive. I was like, I knew we might have seen some clones in here, because I thought Commander Cody might show up. somehow, somewhere. But it was so pleasantly, but also so terrible to see that poor clone basically homeless.
It's so sad. It's like those real life veterans and stuff who like just come out of war, and then it's like they're on the streets.
It was so bad, but it was also so good just for the clones to be there, because we love the clones. The Clone Wars made us love the clones. We love our buddies, and he looked like his color scheme looked like he was from Anakin's 501st Battalion.
Yeah.
So I was like,
the clones did nothing wrong.
They did nothing wrong.
They just were following orders.
They're just good soldiers, follow orders.
Shit, man, you can't blame them.
You can't blame them. But he goes through that, and then Leia. He goes to like this Breaking Bad-esque like
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, spy shot. Well, I think we skipped it because he meets this person.
Oh yeah, the kid.
And then he goes to Kumail I can't remember his name. Kumail Umjiani, I think his name is. I probably
sounds accurate.
Yeah, he was in Eternals, and he's a bunch of other things that you probably saw him in. He was pretending to be a Jedi. At first, I was like, "Is he a Jedi?" But then the way he was saying shit, I'm like, "Oh, he's a scam artist."
Not his automated little window
wind thing.
Window pane.
Putting the thing. I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Look at me, guys. So cool.
You'll forget this conversation. All right, good. He's like, here you go. I'm like, bullshit.
Oh my, bro. Come on. That's a really risky thing to do, though.
I know, right?
Say, have this little kid running around like, you want to meet a
Jedi? I'm like, literally, if like Darth Vader shows up, like, a Jedi? Okay, let me meet this man.
Like, how does he sense him? Well, I mean, to be honest, like, the Sith and everything, they have a very terrifying presence, you know?
That's true. And plus, they probably would sense if it was a Jedi. Because when Reva meets him later in the hallway, she's like, you're not a Jedi. Stop
but, like, what if someone snitched? Honestly,
surprisingly, people they put out Obi-Wan's picture, but surprisingly, no one really snitches.
Yeah, he was, like, running out with his face out, and people were just like, all right. Which also goes back, so we're kind of skipping parts, but he does get to Leia. He ends up saving Leia. Leia doesn't believe who he is. She kind of gets convinced that he's here to help because she sees his lightsaber, and she's like, oh, you're a Jedi. But then, like, she starts not believing him, and she goes around the whole damn square. It's like, the Jedi are dead. If you're a Jedi, you'll make me float. Make me float. And I'm like, here she feels like she's dead. He should have said, like, that will, like, bring up his presence to the freaking Inquisitor.
Yeah.
He should have said that.
And I thought Leia would be smart enough to be like, I know why you would hide not being a Jedi.
For how smart she read that little boy, I thought she could kind of, read Obi-Wan a little bit.
And I was like, okay, I guess her 10-year-old side just popped up at the worst possible moment. So she's like running across the rooftops. Bounty hunters are chasing Obi-Wan.
Oh my god.
And of course she tries to make a leap that she can't make unless she's force assisted. And she grabs the ledge and then she's about to fall to her death. And of course Obi-Wan has to use the force to save her. And she's like, oh, you are a Jedi. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure there was like a better way to prove, I'm a Jedi or something.
Yeah, I know, right? But he's like, I can't, she's literally gonna die and I can't like save her any other way. So like, I have to do that. And that's literally just a beacon for everyone's like, oh, yep, Obi-Wan's here. Obi-Wan's here. Yep,
that dude.
There's a Jedi right there. And literally, when they go into the spaceport and Reva's making that whole, she comes in like Freddy Krueger or like Jason's like, Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that was so creepy. Like, Obi-Wan.
I was like, oh, no.
I'm like, okay, bird, we're doing horror now.
I'm like, she is terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
she is terrifying.
She's terrifying in a very hardworking sense.
She'd be not even the Grand Inquisitor. She should be the Master Inquisitor.
I know,
like,
right?
I don't even know.
If she's literally, me and Daniel said if Thrawn had more power over what happened to the State of the Empire, and she was the Grand Inquisitor, and little things happen here and there, literally there'll be no.
They would have won. Thrawn and her were in a higher position.
Yeah.
Rebels, you dead.
Yeah, Rebels wouldn't even exist. The Empire would rule the galaxy forever. Like, Palpatine would be forever Emperor. Like, literally nothing would have went wrong.
But, villains always make stupid mistakes.
The will of the Force.
Very big stupid. Will of Force.
The will of the Force. So she goes around, like, telling Obi-Wan about his fear. And I love this part. When she mentions Vader, and you, like, this is how Ewan McGregor is such a good actor, because if you remember in episode 3, he sees the recording of him being anointed, so he knows Anakin's Sith name is Vader. So when she talks about Vader, And then his face just goes from, oh my god, he didn't die on Mustafar. Bro, I felt every anxiety / hopefulness / shit, I'm in danger / oh my god, I fucked up /
somehow he managed to convey all those emotions in one face.
In one face, and I'm like, oh my god. And then she mentions his actual name. She's like, yeah, Anakin Skywalker is alive. And he's like,
no, he's dead. He's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
If you ask Vader, he's like, I don't know who that is. I'm Vader. Stop
Bro,
it.
if she said that around him,
yeah, she probably would have died. He'd be like, that name has no importance to me.
My finger just cracked when I did that. That's gonna be loud. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. I can lower the volume.
Okay.
But yeah, he says that, and that was such good acting, and I'm like, damn. And then what I didn't see, okay, Star Wars, especially when it comes to the books, they like to retcon a lot of the canon, right? Mm-hmm. When Reva stabs the Grand Inquisitor through the chest, I literally looked at Daniel and I'm like, they know he doesn't die for like another 6 years, right? Like, yeah. So I'm going with the assumption that he's alive. Like he's gonna wake up pissed in like some back to tank.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when you're just real mad, you just wake up.
Yeah, you just wake up.
It's pissed. Like, oh, I really, really want to take my revenge. So,
because I'm like, because I get the books and stuff. They retcon a few things, but like that's literally a TV show. It's an anime TV show, and Dave Filoni had credits in this thing, so Dave Filoni can't be watching it like, yeah, he can't die yet. Like he has to fight Kanan, then he died. Yeah. So I'm gonna assume he doesn't. I don't think
they're breaking canon, right, guys? You're not breaking canon.
I really hope not. If they do, like, I'm throwing all that canon shit out the window. And I'm like, I might even stop reading the books. Cause I'm like, what's the point if you're gonna literally blatantly break canon like that?
Yeah.
But
I mean, they're so hell bent on canon that even their freaking. Like, that's supposed to be park. Amusement. Yeah. It's like a literal park. They're like, it's canon. It's canon. The Galactic Star Cruiser is canon. Like, even though it's just like some vacation thing.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. Stop making everything canon. It's not canon. So that kind of caught me off guard. But then he goes into the train with Leia, and then he says Anakin, and then it goes to Hayden Christensen in the Vader makeup, wakes up with the yellows in his eyes in the back of the tank, and you just hear his breathing. And I'm just like, yeah, you're fucked. He senses you now. He's like, Obi-Wan's alive.
My gosh, that boy has been scarred.
And deformed.
Very, very deformed. Even more deformed than Palpatine.
Yeah, I know, right? Palpatine always looked like that. Anakin was a beautiful looking man until he got burnt alive and chopped in half. But to see Hayden Christensen back, like, he got so much hate for the prequels about how he portrayed Anakin. I absolutely loved him as Anakin. I was so glad to see him back as Vader.
He did his role, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
He was the perfect, teenager going through those hormones.
Yeah, I think, listen, watch those things again. I think he's absolutely fantastic. But to see Vader, I'm like, okay, shit is gonna go down.
We already know.
Because this is a 6-part series, so it was almost half of the series has been done in just one day.
It's 6 episodes?
Only 6 episodes.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So literally, they only did this because they're in Star Wars Celebration. Then it'll be every Wednesday. They'll do it. So literally,
how is that gonna work? Because we usually do a Friday thing.
That's true. We're gonna probably have to because I want to watch it Wednesday with you. So yeah. So you'll just do your homework, get that out of the way, and that's the most important thing. And then I'll just come over and watch it. All right. Yeah. So we'll do that. But I think we went over the more important details of the show. We didn't really miss anything minute, I don't think. We pretty covered.
I think we covered everything.
Yeah, I think we covered most of the bases. All in all, I knew I was gonna love this show. I absolutely love this show.
Yep, I mean, it lives up to its damn hype.
It's freaking fantastic. Ian McGregor as Obi-Wan is great. Inquisitors could be a little better.
Yeah, that could be worse.
But the main Inquisitor that we're going to follow, Reva, is awesome. So
the main Inquisitor, the Grand Inquisitor.
The Grand Inquisitor.
She is the Grand Inquisitor.
She is the Grand... we're tired of her. She is the new Grand Inquisitor. Sorry. So I absolutely loved her. I love this show. Episode 1, I would give that a 9 out of 10. And then episode 2, I think it's probably 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair.
You
I mean, of course, we're biased, so we're always going to be higher than it probably is.
Yeah,
but,
that's true. Yeah, some of you probably had it lower. Some of you probably expected like straight bangers. I thought it was straight bangers.
I can't wait to see the reviews other people have too.
I'm going to assume they're going to be a lot of 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I feel like people are going to give 7 out of 10. I have a hard time like disliking things, to be honest.
Like you see how much work they put in it, like the effects, everything look fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm enjoying the show. I mean, I can't wait to see more of the show.
Yes,
and
sir.
I absolutely love. I miss the podcast form. So I get to do it.
Yeah,
with someone.
it's actually not as bad as I thought.
she was like, I'm gonna sit here and you're just gonna talk. I'm just gonna be like, yeah. I'm like, no.
I mean, he leads the conversation, but it's nice.
So expect to see more of this stuff on our D4 channel. You can check us out on D4 Twitter, right? Is our Twitter, right?
Yes, it is like D4 Duo, I believe, at D4 Duo.
D4 Duo.
He will probably add something like some text.
Yeah, I'll add some text so you can see it, and
wherever.
I'll put it in the description below so you guys can link us to our not only our Twitter but our individual Twitch it. Because right now she's on hiatus because school is being a hoe, but she will be back. But yeah, and she's also an artist. So if you go to the D4 channel, you'll see me in like Palpatine's robe and her in her witch thing. She's amazing.
It's also the profile picture.
She's also the profile picture, so she's fantastic. So that is our review on the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. We'll see you back here next week for episode 3. I can't wait. This has been the D4 channel, right? D4 channel. Yeah. The D4 channel. R5D4. Beep boop boop bop.
Beep
Boop
boop.
boop
Beep
boop bop.
boop.
We'll see you later. Peace.